What is that? A warning? Oh no! Oh no! FBI? Who is this FBI? What are they trying to warn us about?
Lamb is delicious. Veal is delicious. Rabbit is delicious. This has logically brought me to the conclusion that the cuter the animal, the tastier they must be, squirrels aside. This must mean that red panda cubs are fucking scrumptious, but they are on the endangered species list. Therefore, we should eat babies. There's plenty of them, and they are adorable. But I'm not the only one who's come to that conclusion.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Excuse me.
For those of you who haven't seen it yet, here is the hysterical clip of an hysterical woman at a recent town hall AOC was holding in Queens.
We're gonna be here for much long because of the climate crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the Green Deal, but it's not getting rid of fossil fuel. It's not going to solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you, you're a pollutant. Too much CO2. We have to start now, please. You are so great. I'm so happy that you're really supporting the Green Deal, but it's not enough. Even if we would bomb Russia, we still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies, and this is very serious. Please give a response.
Thank you. No, thank you. We'll go ahead.
Okay.
No, we'll go ahead. It's so no. Yeah, no. Thank you. So I think So one of the things that's very important to us is that we need to treat the climate crisis with the urgency that it does present. Luckily, we have more than a few months. We do need to hit net zero in several years. But I think we all need to understand that there are a lot of solutions that we have.
Now, the whole time that AOC is listening to this, she's trying to stay focused, thinking,
stay on target, stay on target,
while her brain is doing this. She's desperately trying to process this, and the fact that occasional cortex answered this lady in a sincere manner is all you need to know. This lady is obviously a troll and is exposing a fundamental problem with the left right now. The same problem that we saw with the Islam is right about women signs that were popping up everywhere. AOC doesn't address that this lunatic is promoting the consumption of babies as a logical solution for climate change, since bombing Russia wouldn't be enough. As a public figure, it should be her responsibility to either A, shut this lady down and point out what a fucking nutboss she is being, because it's okay to call out bad ideas, or B, counterpoint her ludicrous suggestions with rational thinking to let the public know that you too aren't a wackadoo, i.e., say something like, eating babies is a disgusting thing to even think, or there is no good reason to bomb Russia, or something, anything but correcting the lady on getting your doomsday prophecy date wrong and reminding her that it's years, not months, that we all have left to live before dying from some unspecified event. Because that's the big takeaway from this exchange, isn't it? Not the, oh gee, I don't know, eating babies thing? AOC took to Twitter to lay claim that
nobody reacted to this lady because this is New York City, and Trump plants are amateurs compared to what we deal with on the New York City subway system.
Translation, No, really, I swear, we all knew she was totally a troll. Honestly, seriously, have I said really yet? I think this is simply a perfect example of the left's absolute crippling fear of possibly insulting anyone. That is, anyone who is a woman, minority, Muslim, queer, trans, just not a Republican or a man. Remember, the same crowd that isn't reacting to this lady is the same crowd that will react violently for saying that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. But cannibalism and eating babies? Not so much. Hey man, open for suggestions! So, all logic and assumptions of, well, no one is reacting, therefore, is off the table. So when I said troll, I meant master troll. The accent was a nice touch too, since everyone seems to be in the grips of Greta fever, who I will get to in a later video.
Alright! Woohoo! Yay! Yeah!
It plays right into something that is subconsciously telling AOC that this person's voice is important and valid, no matter how unhinged and melodramatic they are being.
Like wolves kebab right Flemish, get Flemish beer remix,
AOC even going so far as to defend her, saying,
This person may have been suffering from a mental condition, and it's not okay that the right wing is mocking her and potentially making her condition or crisis worse. Be a decent human being and knock it off!
Or maybe, just maybe, you could be a decent human being and realize that yes, some people do suffer from mental conditions. Greta! And maybe, just maybe, it's irresponsible to run around telling them that the world is gonna fucking end. Young people suffering from climate anxiety is now a growing issue. A recent story by the BBC illustrates this compounding problem perfectly.
Imagine you go outside and you look up in the sky and there's a comet there, and you've just been told by scientists that that comet is racing toward the Earth and it's gonna kill everybody and everything in a big firestorm. And nobody else notices the comet. And you say, hey, look, there's a comet and it's gonna kill all of us. And people just don't seem to care.
If I don't think the future is worth anything, then I'm not gonna have children. If I think it is worth something, I will have children.
We are already seeing coastal city flooding, we're already seeing forest fires, we're already seeing flash floods, we're seeing tornadoes.
It's a growing issue that is only being exacerbated by mental health care providers who also believe that the world is gonna fucking end.
Climate change anxiety as a term is a relatively new term, by no way a new phenomenon. It's an anxiety that is about the future and a trauma that we haven't experienced yet, but that we know is going to come our way.
I mean, jumping Jesus on a pogo stick! These are people on the ledge being talked down by a jumper. Schizophrenics being told that the monsters are real, and it's just a matter of time before they get you. That being said, I have my doubts as to just who exactly is suffering from a mental condition here. There doesn't seem to be a rational person in the whole lot of them, which is exactly why this lady was able to so easily troll AOC, and why AOC didn't even recognize that it was she that was the one being mocked, not the poor lady. And for future reference, AOC, this is how you deal with people like that.
Well, a lot of things are offensive. Your questions are offensive a lot of times.
Don't talk. Please be quiet.
It's over. Is it over?
Quiet.
Go ahead.
Sir, can
quiet.
you state...
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect. But these are people... Quiet. 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 Quiet.
If I may ask
Peter,
one other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was going to ask one other...
So that's gonna be it for now. Short but sweet. Short but sweet would also be a good name for the first all-baby meat delicatessen, by the way. Just a suggestion. Be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go for the ring. Grab the bull by the horns. Grab it by the pussy, goddammit. And thank you so much for watching.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine